Hey everyone, I'm just gonna do a really quick, I guess, Christmas message for each sign, and maybe a little bit of a new moon, because it's kind of a new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. But I'm just gonna do every sign, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a single card, and I'm going to read, because this is a new deck that I got for Christmas from my parents. Thank you very much. It's so beautiful. I actually do a review, like a video review of it, that I'm going to post later on in the week. It's just, they're just stunning. So I really love the way that she's written Chris Ann. I love the way that she's written a lot of the messages. And so I'm going to read right from the book tonight. If anything pops up in between, it's going to come through. I purposely put all of the cards right side up so that when I shuffle, if they come up in reverse, it's meant to be that way. So we're going to start with Aries. I know it's the first sign of the Zodiac, what have you, but I'm also an Aries. So it is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. If it doesn't resonate, check your moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. You might be more in that energy right now. And all right, let's get started. All right, Aries, what is a message for you? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to take the first one that popped out. Okay, that is the Four of Swords. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, and it popped out in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to read that to you. I do feel like it's sort of what I got more from the energy, and I'm just going to make sure these are all right side up again. The first thing that popped out was, and granted it's Christmas, so for those of you that celebrate Christmas with your family, this is going to be obvious, but it's time for quiet. It's time to quiet things. It's time to rest. It's time to put your duties aside for a moment and take care of yourself, is what I'm hearing. The Four of Swords. Shadow Seer, not recognizing the dangers of burnout, a need to spend time recovering, dedicating your energy to self-care. What did I just say, Aries? Okay. This deep resting period in your life marks a moment of intentional healing and self-care. More than just integral to your wellness, it is integral to your being at this time, body, mind, and spirit. How you heal is your choice, and you can find quiet regeneration through sleep or other restorative practices like meditation, journaling, energy healing, etc. Consciously decide to slow down and process before sprinting ahead. The hustle can be tumultuous and demanding, and the only person who can really direct your own radical recovery is you. Tend to your wounds as you may be on the verge of burnout. Your nest will grow around you as you sleep, and the landscape of your life will shift beautifully as you fall into your own rejuvenating energy. In your dream state, you will transmute and transform your experiences and emerge renewed, whole, and ready to rise. But first, you must rest. Sweet dreams, sweet chickadee. Okay, I give myself permission to slow down and heal. That's the mantra for you right now. Okay. I would pick a guided meditation on YouTube and do that before you go to bed tonight. That is what I'm getting. Okay. All right. Whew. Taurus. Let's see. Taurus. Let's get into Taurus here. And I'll do timestamps in the bottom of the video if you want to just skip to your sign or whatever. That's completely okay. But there may be something in another sign for you, just so you know. All right, Taurus. What is a message for you, my friends? Okay, so again, we got two, but we're just going to do one card. As you can see, they're a little bit long. The Page of Cups. This is a very interesting card to me. I don't know if he's projecting himself, like astral projecting. I love, though, that it makes me giggle because there's a literal pig flying. Okay. All right, let's see what the Page of Cups has to say. It just makes me giggle when I look at it. Light Seer, because it was right side up. A dreamer, serendipity, creative, new, unexpected trajectories, magic and synchronicity, an open and joyful heart, sensitivity, naivety in romance, being motivated by innovative ideas. There is serendipity and magic here. Like the first breath of love or the very first kiss, anything is possible at this time. Be open to wildly wonderful miracles. This is when pigs fly. This is the when pigs fly card. And holding it in your hands is a sign that unforeseen yet fortuitous events are coming your way. Bring childlike enthusiasm to the unknown and welcome any unexpected twists on your journey. Be open to inspiration from the strangest of places and pay attention to the intuitive musings that arrive. They will give your creativity wings, and as you enjoy this time of strangely unique thinking, ensure that you are not being overly sensitive or blocking your own flow because you're trying to control the process. Allow your emotions to follow the breadcrumbs of joy. Play a little more, do something silly, stay curious about any feelings of wonder and awe, and allow your sensitive dreamer to dream. Your mantra, Taurus, is the world is my flourishing oyster, and I am excited to see what happens next. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's get into your... Okay, so again, we will take the first one, the Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups here. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, Queen of Cups. What do you have to say for the Gemini? For the Gemini collective. Lightseer, extremely intuitive, highly attuned emotional intelligence, love and compassion, sensitivity, strength, empathy, leading with your heart, and healing. The Queen of Cups is one of the most intuitive characters of the tarot, floating in her dreamlike state of spiritual connection. She asks you how well your emotions have been serving you lately and reminds you that you have the ability to connect on a much deeper level. Feel and accept your emotional intuition. Listen closely as a way to understand what is truly going on and ensure that other people feel heard when you communicate with them. Devote time to their emotional cues and see the divine beauty in all of life's experiences. It takes both sun and shadow to make the ocean floor sparkle. In shadow, this card can indicate that you are out of touch with your emotions or that you are suppressing your feelings while refusing to see the obvious. If you feel any insecurities around openly connecting with others, grow into a better partner by vulnerably sharing your own tender heart. So your mantra, my intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. So what I got in that moment is there might be some of you who, in a need to be heard themselves, are not listening when others speak. And that might be causing a little bit of discord in the communication with other people right now. Okay. All right, so I think that's a really beautiful message. All right. Let's see what we have for Cancer. Okay, I'm going to end up messing these up, I feel, if I don't do this right. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands in reverse, so Shadow Seer. I always make sure that they're right side up, so if it comes reverse, it's meant to be, okay? Six of Wands, Shadow Seer, not seeing eye to eye, pessimism, resentment, and self-doubt, a desire for acknowledgement, feelings of failure, comparisonitis, falling from grace. Okay, relish the sweetness of this victory. Something that you've been working toward is finally coming to a successful fruition, and it's time to celebrate your wins. Beautiful Seer, gift yourself permission to bask in the warm glow of accomplishment and allow the supportive community around you to witness and appreciate the progress you've made. Taking time to see your own radiance is as important as making the next move on your journey. Accepting success will seed more of it. Others will turn to you for wisdom now, so step up and share your brilliance. In Shadow, this card points to shying away from public attention and hiding your light from the world. It may also indicate someone who craves external validation instead of turning into their own inner compass to define success. Remember that no one else in the world has your magic, and the most important person to impress wholeheartedly is yourself. Your mantra, I am worthy of success, and I am grateful that I am seen. Okay, but here's the thing, Cancer, what I am getting from this is, for some of you, it might feel like a fall from grace, but just like the Tower card, it's very much like a fall from, false falsehood. Like I do feel like there's a sense of there's huge external validation that came through. The resentment and self-doubt, not seeing eye to eye. It's almost like some of you were kind of argumentative and trying to convince others of your worth because you haven't quite convinced that yourself of that yet. So it's just to be mindful of recognizing your worth without that validation. I don't get the energy that you're trying to hide from the world. I feel like the public attention is kind of maybe giving you validation, but is it giving you the right kind of validation is the energy here. Okay. All right, Leo, let's take a look at what we have for you. Okay. We have the Justice card right side up. So light seer, if you will. Make sure those are right side up. Okay. All right. Leo, Leo, Leo. The Justice card. It's a very beautiful card, actually. I love that it's kind of mirroring light and dark. Like the pot is light here and one of them is dark, one of them's light. You can see like the little lights on them. See the light and dark? And then there's the mirror aspect of her, right? We are the judgment. When we judge others, we judge ourselves. It's not just about judgment though, because that's a judgment card that came from wherever. Natural law, balance, karma, truth, wisdom, legal matters, fairness, cause and effect, integrity, objectivity, perspective, and accountability. Justice asks you to learn from your past experiences, the good, the bad, and the fugly. Take it all and grow from it. This energy is not about perfection, but about fairness and honesty. It highlights clarity of motivation and intention, and it asks you to be realistic about the cause and effect of your thoughts and actions. Seek to balance your growth and both positivity and shadow, and learn from many different parts of you. In your current situation, be partial as you reframe your reality and work to remove any negative emotional charge from the equation. If fear is causing you to act in a way that you aren't proud of, seek a variety of perspectives before judging another person's actions to be good or bad. Did I talk about judging? Just so you know, I haven't read from this book before. Good Lord. The only true path ahead of you is not one that is necessarily black or white, but it is always, always one of love. Okay, your mantra, my good karma, is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. Okay. All right. So don't carry around your baggage, Leo. It's there for a reason. Sort it out, honor it, acknowledge it, release it, balance your stuff out, and you'll be golden. Okay. Oftentimes when we're judging other people, it's just a reflection of what we are feeling imbalanced about. Okay, that's kind of what I was saying. All right, Virgo, what do we got for you? Oh, I love this. I love this. I love the color of this card. I love that it's like the Big Dipper, but I love that it's community, it's sisterhood, it's the Three of Cups. Again, I'm not sure what it says, so we're going to read it out to you, but I feel like this is you developing community. It could be with other women, feminine energy, bringing up the feminine energy within you. There's an awakening energy here, an awakening energy of the stars, or knowing that there's so much beyond the stars is what. Cups, Three of Cups, Light Seer, friendships, abundance, cooperation, community, closeness with siblings, joy, communication, celebration, and soul contracts. The packs you run with and the kindred connections you forge are not always defined by blood, yet they are your living and breathing support system. Deep friendships are the family we choose, and these sacred connections are there to be cherished and nurtured. In the best and worst of times, your companions serve as mirrors, allowing you to see who you really are through their eyes. Who do you need to reach out to for support? Call in your besties and enjoy the warm laughter that comes from the powerful soul group. Your mutually loving and beneficial bond carries vibrational attractions that are often ancient, and any setbacks arising from miscommunication or disharmony with others may be old wounds or patterns that are resurfacing to be healed. If an important connection has gone awry, it may be time to make amends. If you need to commit more energy to cultivating friendships, trust your heart to lead you. Your mantra, I connect into this sacred siblinghood and into this expansive experience of witnessing through time. Beautiful. I I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory for some of you Virgos whose friendships have gone, you know, they've kind of soured, if you will. You know, feel into that. Feel into what that feels like. And if you're not ready to reach out to that person, that's okay. But maybe you need to come to a place of balance and forgiveness within yourself and release whatever attachment that is. All right. Libra, what message do we have for you, my Libras? Oh, so we have two, but I'm going to just do the first one. Oh, ew, very interesting. Oh, I love this. It's beautiful. It was going to be the World, but then this one was actually the first one that popped out. So we have the Hierophant. Okay, I just love, look at this guy. Look at him. He is like, I you know, I want to say he's high as a kite, but he's not high on like drugs. Like he's just, look at the magic he's creating and he's seeing, okay? Libras are a deep sign. You guys have a tendency to be able to go deep, deeper than most. The Hierophant in Light Seer. Tradition, a lesson, spiritual leader or guide, enlightenment, awakening, in service of spirit, formal education or training, new paradigms. As you search for your divine truth, you create frameworks of belief that help you expand your consciousness and ground your faith into this reality. If you've been stuck in an old tradition or a structured way of acting or being that is no longer serving you, it is time to let it fall away in order to make space for a better version of you. The Hierophant serves as a gateway between divine source and the seeker. So be open to new paradigms, perspectives, and teachers in your life. Look to the patterns around you and strive to understand your own internal compass. Know that while there is wisdom in your teachings and the teachings of the mystics, the voice of your own heart is the one voice that matters the most. Find the wisdom of the heavens within. And your mantra, I am my own guru, and the guidance I need is rooted in my faith, my belief, and my unique essence. Something that did pop out to me, Libras, and again, you can feel into this whether it resonates or not, but the part about patterns, start recognizing the patterns that you have with people, how you react to them, the circles that you might go in. They're all teaching you something about yourself so that you can develop more spiritually and connect to your soul. Okay. All right, Scorpio, what do we got for you today, Scorpio? Now they're just teasing. Okay. All right. Oh my God. I love the imagery of this card. It is unreal. It's the Eight of Swords. Okay. Self-imposed entrapment. And what I love about this is this woman here is, you know, she's kind of stressed. She's worried, what have you. Her image reflection is showing what's actually going on inside her. Because when we have self-imposed entrapment, we are trapped by our thoughts and our ego and our emotions instead of, you know, and it manifests for us physically. Okay. Seven of Swords. Let's get into this here, kids. So beautiful. Oh, sorry, Eight of Swords, my bad. Eight of Swords. Light Seer, feeling stuck, a time to open your eyes to unveil the truth, having more options than you thought, an opportunity to let go of an old story. This is a gentle reminder that you create your reality. Look beyond the veil of illusion that your current limitations are projecting. If you are feeling trapped with no path forward, remember that this too is a perspective that can be lifted. When you choose sovereignty over victimhood, you become the fierce wielder of choice. You can free yourself from your shackles and shift your outcome dramatically by accepting that you are the one person who is responsible for your happiness. Create infinite portals of possibilities by becoming the solution. We are never really stuck. Nurture your soul and spend the time you need to transmute any feelings of helplessness. While we can't control every experience that is put on our path, we can definitely work on how we respond to each one. Let go of old stories and be vigilant of any wallowing low vibe thoughts that you may be holding on to. Reframe your experiences as lessons and choose to heal. Your mantra, I am free to choose my healing and my light. Okay, I feel like that's really self-explanatory, especially for those who are feeling kind of stagnant and stuck right now. Okay, Sagittarius, what do we got for you? Ooh, Knight of Cups. Light Seer, right side up. Look at this. Look at this romantic guy. He's got some wine and some roses and his pretty horse in the background. He's pretty too. Look at that. Okay. Oh, Sagittarius. All right, let's see what the Knight of Cups has to say. We've had a lot of emotional energy in these readings. A classic romantic, a passionate soul, artistic tendencies, creativity, wearing your heart on your sleeve, seeking connection, being in love with the idea of love, and chivalry. Okay, so what really stuck out to me was being in love with the idea of love and really being faced with needing clarity around that. Okay, so this classic romantic invites you to step into a world of roses, bubble baths, and champagne, and is fully devoted to you for today and maybe for every day. This card heralds romance and embodies the graceful movement of a slow dance. Enjoy this flirtation and be present to connect. This knight is intuitive and totally in touch with his emotions. As such, he knows what he wants, and he has no problem wearing his heart on his sleeve. This card often signifies someone who is in love with the idea of love itself, and sometimes this comes bundled with unrealistic expectations. Are you ready to be swept off your feet and to allow deep honesty and vulnerability to flow freely in your life? Do you believe in this type of true love? Get ready to take inspiration and run with it, to make art, music, and love, and a veritable masterpiece of life. A veritable. Your mantra, I am in touch with my emotions. So what I got from this, there was something that popped out when it talked about enjoy this flirtation and be present to connect. Sometimes we take love really seriously, Sagittarius. And I know for you, being the flirty monster you can be, for some of you, not all, I feel like there's a heaviness around love for you right now, and that's because of the expectations around love, because it's not real love, it's the idea of love. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, Capricorns, what do we got for you today? Oh, we got a whole brick of cards. Look at that. Caddies, what do we got for you, Capricorns? Okay. Oh my gosh, I love it. The Fool. The Fool. It's time to take a leap of faith, Capricorns. This is your season. Like, if anyone's geared to handle this energy, it's you. It's going to support you. New beginnings, potential, adventures, enthusiasm, awakening, innocence, and optimism. A lot of you are really waking up right now. Every dream achieved begins with the seemingly foolish notion that there is something bigger out there, something greater to explore and to become. This childlike optimism comes from deep within your knowing, and it reminds you that you can achieve all the magical things that you've been dreaming about. The journey of the soul begins with a single step, and you may find yourself on the edge of an epic journey. Turn toward your future with enthusiasm and know that a divine leap of faith is required in order to claim the reward that the abyss is offering. You may not feel ready, you may not be ready, but there is magic in the air, and the universe is waiting to support you with infinite love and guidance. Trust your intuition as you swan dive into the seed of potential. Your mantra, I am ready for this adventure down my soul path. So some of you have been feeling a calling. Some of you have been doubting those intuitive hits. It's time to release that doubt. It's time to be fully accepting of your intuition and your gut, because it's telling you something that you need to hear. It's going to start you on this soul journey, Capricorn. I'm super excited for you right now. For those of you that are awake, this is a whole new level of awakening, because you're starting to shed your old self. Okay. All right, Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we have Shadow Seer for Aquarius. Shadow Seer, defending yourself, being attacked, being misunderstood, a need to erect energetic boundaries, a lack of preparation, and giving up. Okay. Haters. Yeah. They'll emerge only after you've made it to your perch, whipping their wands about and asking you to defend your accomplishments. Sometimes competition emerges as a result of shining brightly in the world. If you are feeling attacked after sharing your magic, it is important to remember that others likely want what you have, so stand up bravely and continue to do your beautiful thing. Mindfully call feelings of love and well-being into your body and create a protective bubble of protective bubble. You can project love out if you want to, though. Protective bubble of your energy around you. Remain synchronized and align with your bright vision and reject any low vibe negative states that others may be pushing. You don't have to accept their opinion as truth, especially when they are vying for your position. Check to make sure you are acting in a way that is aligned with your highest values, and when you know you are, don't let anyone stop you from achieving your dreams. Your mantra, I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into this world. Okay, yeah, so this is definitely just a space of defending yourself without being defensive. Okay, you don't need to get into an argument about it. You don't need to, I guess not even about getting into an argument with it. It's just sort of like, you don't need to convince someone else of your success or why you're worthy of it. You can just be in the moment, be yourself, be love, continue being, and that's enough. That is enough of you can stand in your truth without saying a word, is kind of what I'm getting. Okay. All right, Pisces, last but certainly not least. We will take the first one. Five of Pentacles. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see what this Five of Pentacles has to say. I think it's very interesting. I'm just going to look at the imagery, what's coming through. There's a key for this door. They can let themselves out and join society or join community, but they're choosing not to see this. They're choosing to stay isolated. And that's not always a bad thing, but we're going to take a look at what the book says. Sometimes we need to isolate ourselves to go within, but it's less of a hermit energy and more of a victimhood energy. Oops. There we go. Five of Pentacles, light seer. Financial or health difficulties, feeling left out or ostracized, worrying about your security, a chance to clear energy blockages. It's time to squarely address any feelings about safety and security that have you worried about your well-being. Are you stressed out about your finances or health, or feeling left out from the prosperity that others seem to enjoy? To counteract these corrosive energetic states, you are being asked to reclaim your personal power. Find your hunger for fierce positivity and seek opportunity in your current circumstances. It's hiding in the shadows. If you've been stagnant for a hot minute, ask yourself if you've been laser focused on the things that are lacking in your life. If fear, self-pity, or helplessness try to dictate your reality, flip the script and remember that against all odds, all oppression, all class barriers, all everything, there's always a chance to move beyond your current limitations. Make the absolute best of your luminous life. You are not locked out from that which you desire. See the keys that will help you get there and choose to open the door. Your mantra: doors that activate magical opportunities are always open for me. So what I did get from this, I love the part about it being laser focused on things that are lacking instead of laser focused on things that you're grateful for, or that, how can this get better than this? It was a conversation that I had with one of my closest friends about, how we construct our future based on the limited experiences that we've experienced. But that's not really what we're here to do. We're here to experience new things. So if you've experienced lack, okay, or negativity, you can say, I've experienced that. I don't need to experience that again to understand it. I want to experience the opposite of that and get real focused about it, okay? So anyways, I hope this has helped you guys. If it's resonated at all, please like, share, comment, and or subscribe. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing solar eclipse, new moon, and holidays. Merry Christmas.